Thank you, Angel, for the opportunity and to everyone for staying for our session. We're joining you from a further education background and would like to take you through how we are approaching AI and to just show you one of the tools that we are curating. But just to give you a little bit of about who we are, you can see on the slide, but I'm not going to read from the slide. Activate Learning is a group is an education group. We have a global reach. We're committed to transforming lives through our approach to learning, which includes our award-winning learning philosophy that underpins everything that we do. And you can see a logo for that: the brain, emotions, the motivation in the bottom right-hand corner there. We support the college division, which comprises of 8 colleges and university centres across 3 counties in central England. My team are incredibly busy, what can I say, from the Banbury in the very north of Oxfordshire to Farnham in Surrey. And we also support our online faculty that delivers a wealth of courses to learners across the length and breadth of the UK. So my team, the digital education and AI team, supports with the learning environments, which we class as a digital destination. We have technology enhanced learning spaces built within. So the last talk was incredibly informative because we're developing our own VR assets for our learners, and we support FE colleagues across the sector by making those available through the Blended Learning Consortium. And we also have course we do all the course development, provide learners with a positive, impactful learning experience. And that includes developing our students' digital competencies in line with employer expectations. So, as I say, I have an incredibly busy team. But what we're here for today is to take you through our AI. We actively encourage the use of AI for our learners as a study support tool and for our staff as a personal assistant. And I'm going to hand over to Patrick, who is our innovation and AI specialist, to take you through our Activate AI approach. So over to you, Patrick. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Kim. So yeah, we've decided at Activate Learning to invest in producing our own AI tools. I will be talking about one of those tools here. All of our AI tools are quite light from a technical perspective. They are all running in Azure. All of them rely on the Azure OpenAI API at the end of it, with some semantic search and prompt engineering stuff on the background, but it's all just kind of off-the-shelf Azure, all that running within our own environment. Because we really were excited about AI, I know a lot of people are, but we were also afraid of the security aspects of giving AI to students and having our business data go off into external companies. We were concerned about the problems of domain knowledge. You know, a lot of AI tools are built for the American audience, not necessarily for a UK further education audience. And then, you know, with the adaptability and future-proofing, we wanted something that we could build to our own specifications and could amend based on our own learners and teachers' feedback off of that. So we've got 3 products that we're using internally within the organization. We've got the AI tutors, which I will be talking about in this session here, how they work, why they work, what we do with them. We also have an AI feedback assistant that has been piloted with GCSE English and will be expanding the pilot to across the organization. And we also have our internal assistant named Alia, which is like, you know, a ChatGPT style thing, but trained up with all of our organizational data and all the core specifications that we deliver. So those are our AI projects. And here is the AI solution problem that we were trying to find a solution for. These are our online provision or online GCSE maths and English students. These are mostly adults. Most of them are returning to education after an extended gap, 10 years, 20 years since being in education, all have study life balance problems. Most of them have had either negative learning experiences in the past and or have mental blockers around education. Quite a few of them have learning challenges, a lot of neurodiversity in here, which may have been reasons why they had struggled their first go around. So it is a very high needs type of cohort that our online faculty has, which is tricky because online teaching, you can't actually be there to provide that close security blanket type of support that a lot of people need. So this is actually where we saw a really nice opportunity to trial something with AI that could be almost an accessibility tool, but accessibility for these sorts of blockers. So previously, our online faculty had already engaged with a lot of other accessibility things. For the asynchronous stuff, we have to build quite a few alternatives and accessible versions. For the synchronous in-lesson stuff using the online lessons, again, lots of tools that we have to build in to support our learners. And then from those perspectives, bringing in an AI tutor brought in an accessibility component of timeliness, giving them 24/7 support, giving them instant non-judgmental feedback. A lot of learners are kind of terrified to ask basic questions to even a supportive teacher, but they feel more comfortable asking that question to an AI, which is incapable of judging them, as it has no human personality or creativity, as we were already told today, and then can help to bridge that learning gap between introverts and extroverts, overcome the fear of learning maths and English. So bringing in an AI like this can help enhance the accessibility of our course due to the requirements of who our students are. So here's what the Maths Tutor looks like. So if you're in Canvas LMS, we call it Activate Learning Online for our own internal branding. Our learners have lots of weekly quizzes like this. So you've got maths questions here, and at the bottom of each maths question, there's a little button opening up the AI tutor, and then it pops open in a new window. And this AI tutor is front end to interaction with the large language model, and that language model is fed the specific question, the specific answer, and lots of instructions about the rules for supporting our learners safely on that. So student starts off by saying, I don't really know what to do. And the AI tutor starts to say, oh, no, that's all right. Everyone needs a little help. Let's break it down. And then starts to work on encouraging how to think about it, encouraging metacognition, looking at what thought patterns are behind what the student said, and then trying to move them towards the thought patterns that would be hoped for answering this sort of a question. It is trained to resist attempts to directly ask it things or directly ask it what the answer is. It is quite hard to make it give you the answer. Instead, it always just looks at where the student's thought processes are and what the very next step would be thinking it through. For the accessibility in that, we did build in some text-to-speech, again, AI supported. Took a little bit of work to make it read out the maths correctly, but it can handle BathML and LaTeX all right, which is cool. Also, relying on the multilinguality behind large language models, we find that it was very, very easy to make it meaningfully work with learners in whatever their home language is. It still will, offer to switch back to English because we do want to support them in that, but it can work excellently in any of the 42 languages currently supported. Our English tutor was a little bit different. So obviously maths and English taught very, very differently. And here we were looking at trying to get an experience like the verbal feedback that English teachers will give. Well, they'll read through your response and then just give you a few immediate quick points about, oh, you've done this. Here's how you can do this. Try working on this. What an English teacher might do, just kind of walking through the classroom. That's the kind of feedback and support that we were hoping to give here. So learners could upload their work to it, either type it in or upload a PDF document, and then it'll give them immediate feedback based on the exam question, the marking criteria, course specification, all of that good stuff, with the same accessibility and multilingual support built in. There we go. And so a little example of the sorts of responses that it will give to them. There we go. And so for this upcoming year, we've then taken that AI functionality and we've then integrated it more closely into Canvas. So now the AI tutor is a component within Canvas where there's a button the student can click on and they can submit in any formatting, including handwriting. And there are plenty of AI tools for decoding handwriting, so very, very easy. And then the AI tutor can give the same sort of feedback, identify what they've done, pick a few places where the student could go a little bit further, and then suggest some ways the student could continue to develop from there. So it does not attempt to do any of that deep type of feedback that a teacher would do. It does not attempt to give them a grade. It does not attempt to do anything to replace the, teacher's expertise in here, but does do that light touch, here's your next step forward type of support. And this actually is something that we have found is pretty generalizable if it can read the assignment brief and specification. And so we are looking to expand this optionally into all courses within our colleges within the next couple of weeks for that stage of the pilot. So asking regarding impact, so this was piloted with our November reset learners, so they've not yet taken the exam, so we don't yet have any nice data to show regarding usage versus outcomes, unfortunately, after November maybe. But as far as our surveys that we've had back with them, 75% of them found the interface easy to use, 79% agreed it was helping them learn, 83% agreed it was helping them think through the problems, and 89% of them wanted to see this expanded into fields beyond the maths and English that they had tried it out with. And again, from that survey here, just some of the feedback things that they had said that they enjoyed about it. There we go. So that is a little walkthrough of what our AI tutors are doing. And now be happy to pick up some of the questions that are in the chat.